Hi, this is me. I think too much, and my brain gets really filled up with junk about the world and my tiny little life. Anything from money to time, distance, weather, shopping, people, opinions. I find I can overthink pretty much anything if I give myself the chance, and all I can do to process it is channel it into a film.
I think happiness can be a habit, and it's a nice habit. It's good for yourself, it's good for your health, it's good for your state of mind. I often think if you think too much about things, maybe it's not a good thing. It's the most contented people seem very easygoing, people have a very simplistic way of life. And I sometimes think, is that the way to be? Is that the best way to be?
Think about why you're doing things, and if there's a good reason, you just get on and do it. Because when I was a kid, you know, we were always had to be busy. You weren't allowed to sit down and do nothing, so it's sort of ingrained into me. And I do sometimes like spending a whole day where I sit and do nothing, but they don't come around very often.
Your mind's not occupied, you just tend to drift. Just time goes by, before you know it, the day's gone and you've wasted the day.
I have always found it difficult to take a huge amount of satisfaction from just living through an experience.
Personally, yes, you can feel down or frustrated almost on certain situations in life. The thing to do is not succumb to them, I would say. It's almost like you fall into a whirlpool.
And it's very lonely and isolating because you have no time, well, I feel I have no time to think about future or any kind of thoughts. I don't have any thoughts to myself anymore.
It's easy to sit and do nothing, and not just nothing, but doing things that you think of are nothing, but actually they're good things to do. I think my downfall lately has been the internet. You can just waste so much time on those things.
A routine gives you almost an existence, which is okay to a point, but you need to do other things. It's more, it just keeps your mind ticking over, I guess.
Present. Small routines, such as having a coffee in the morning. That's something that I rely on. If I don't do that, I can't get the day started.
And then it's like you literally have no time to even think about anything else apart from getting up, getting ready, going to work.
And it's good to build up routines, but you can't get too hung up on them, and you've got to be prepared to let them go.
I just feel like it's perhaps making me lose my identity. And then you feel like, well, maybe that's growing up. But then I think perhaps that is just an excuse that people say, or that we have, said to us, so that we think this is our normal, but I don't think really spending the vast majority of your day doing something that that you don't want to do, it's normal. People say, oh well, there's bills to pay, things like that, but at the same time it's your life. I don't want to spend my life worrying, because we only get one life. I want to spend my life knowing who I am.
At the end of the day, life is full of crossroads. You will go down a certain path, and you have to make the best of that path. Even though you could say, oh, I wish I'd have done X, I wish I'd have done Y, I wish I would have done Z. But you make the best of the card you're given, really.
But even now, if I'm on my own in the house, I love to be on my own, but it's because I'm not very often, so I enjoy that feeling of being alone and just the peace and quiet. But then I don't know how long I'd like it to go on for. maybe 2 days.
Anything that distracts you from boredom and that feeling of emptiness and dissatisfaction, I think anything that distracts you away from that is a good thing.
I feel pressure to be not better than everyone else, but on the same level, and I never feel like I am. I don't feel like I'm ever as smart as like my peers or my colleagues.
A lot of the things that I enjoy doing sometimes aren't even massively rewarding things, but they're just something that you can do to stop yourself from being bored, because I think being bored is just the worst feeling to feel.
Sometimes you can be your own worst enemy by trying to accomplish too much. You can spend your life going round and round in circles if you're not careful. You don't really want to do that, because that's just wasting time.
You know, the vast majority of the population doesn't think and can't think, and you just go about making money doing things until you die.
You know, I mean, they all fall into place one after the other, and you can't, you know, you'd have to go so far back to change things. It would be too hard.
I think sometimes if you are getting yourself down needlessly, if it's over trivial things that at the end of the day don't matter, it is important to be able to catch yourself before you go down a negative train of thoughts and just pull yourself back out of it just by reminding yourself that it's trivial and unimportant to get worked up about certain things. However, I wish it was always as simple as what I've just summed up, because sometimes you can get quite far down that path before I can catch myself and go, hold on, how did you end up here?